Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Atari ST A to Z, a series of short playthroughs of Atari ST games, some which I grew up with and some which are new to me. Today is one of the latter. Today we're taking a look at Questron II, which is a 1988 sequel to 1984's Questron, developed by Westwood Associates. Yes, that Westwood. Unlike its predecessor, it was not released on Atari 8-bit, but it did still see 8-bit releases on the Apple II and Commodore 64. The game's a direct sequel to the first Questron, casting you in the role of the same character sent back in time to prevent the Book of Magic from ever being created, and presumably the events of the first Questron from ever unfolding. The game outsold its predecessor by about 16,000 copies, making it another solid success for publisher SSI. Reception to the game is a little bit mixed, though none found it to be outright bad. It was just rather similar to the original, and given the gap of 4 years between the two instalments, some reviewers expected a little bit more, particularly given that the Ultima series had reached its well-regarded 5th instalment by this time. So let's give it a go for ourselves. Let's go play Questron II.
Okay, here we are with Questron II for Atari ST. So, not long ago we looked at Questron the first on Atari 8-bit, and here is the sequel, now in glorious 16-bit version. Yeah, I'm running this off one of the automation menu discs because, as with a lot of the various pirate versions of games out there, they squeezed a 2-disc game onto a single disc, so that means no disc swapping, which will be nice. So yeah, if you do see any sort of weird flickering during loading breaks in this, it's because of the data decompressing in the background. Right, okay, let's have a quick look at the instructions. Point the mouse either to the left, right, above or below your man, depending which way you want to travel, and press the mouse button. Command last executed is always highlighted. Okay, keyboard instructions, use the numeric keypad. Yeah, this is all the same as the first one. Okay, fair enough. Play a game. Create a character. Do you want to make a save game disc? No, I'll just use this one, which you can do, which is nice. You can just save on the standard disc, including this compressed version here. What will you name this character? Pete. You can't be a lady in this, by the way. I discovered when I was just testing it out for the first time. I was all set up to be Amaris, as I normally am in RPGs, and then Amaris, it turned out, was a grinning idiot man with a sort of jester's cap on. So no, be warned, you can't be a lady in this. Is this okay? Yes. Pete. In Questron I, with the aid of the great and kind wizard Mesron, you sought and destroyed the evil wizard Mantor and retrieved the immensely evil Book of Magic. But this was only the first part of your quest. Along the way through what seems to be an endless black void, you hear Mesron's voice. Legends say the evil book was created long ago on a distant planet. It is the creation of 6 twisted sorcerers who labored years to write it. By its own diabolical design, the magic book resists all efforts to destroy it. You are travelling to the planet Landor, the book's origin, and back to the time before the book was made. You must prevent the book from ever being created. I can do little for you while you are away, although you are now a baron on Questron. I give up rolling my R's. You will have no title on Landor. Gather your strength, marshal your allies, learn where the sorcerers are and how to attack them. Remember your people, and good luck. Suddenly, you find yourself blinded by the sun, and after recovering your vision, you begin to take in your surroundings. You note that some of your possessions are gone, and you feel somewhat weaker, almost younger. Questron II, programming and artwork by Westwood Associates. Yes, that is Westwood, who would go on to make Command & Conquer, Eye of the Beholder, Lands of Lore, and numerous other games. So yeah, the original version of this, I'm not sure what this came out on first offhand. I may have mentioned it in the intro, but I've forgotten already, because I recorded the intro several days ago. Spoilers! But yes, the original was by a company called Quest Software, and then Westwood ported it to ST, certainly, and possibly some other platforms as well. Right, so this unfolds fairly like the previous one. So you can move around this overworld map using the 4 cardinal directions. You can step onto a town to explore it. So let's pop into Folman. To continue, you must answer the following. Enter a number from 1 to 5. Who wrote the article on time travel? This is presumably copy protection. And hopefully we don't need to answer correctly, because this is a pirate version. Right, here we are in town. So you notice that, like the previous one, we move by tile, but we do have some rudimentary animation on the main character sprite this time around. It's not brilliant animation, because he only moves by part of a step for every tile he moves. But it is something, at least, that just makes it look a little bit more interesting than the previous one. There's a town, there's like nothing here. This is town in the loosest possible sense. What have you got to say for yourself? Find the maps! What about you, sir? Hi, how you doing? Early RPGs. And they're not terribly helpful NPCs. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing useful going on in Folman, so let's just let's go for a wander outside. Will I enter? No, I just left. Alright, I don't know the map of this game at all, so I'm just going to be wandering around a little bit. Ooh. It's best to leave a brief pause when you move, in case you do get attacked. Because enemies don't seem to appear immediately, and if you move away from them, then that counts as just escaping from them. And as with the previous game, there's a lot of grinding to be done in this for gold. This thing does not want to go down, does it? Hit him! It's a matter of pride now. Although my hit points are disappearing at an alarming rate. As before, the combat is no more complex than just pressing the fight button over and over again. Dead! You find 6 gold pieces. Now I believe in this one you can press X for examine to see if they dropped anything. But it does not appear that they did. Okay, fair enough. Grub Snuffler. You don't look like anything to worry about. Lovely. Alright. Let's wander off in this direction and see what we find. A bunch of mountains. I suspect, like in the first one, yeah, you need rope and hooks to cross over mountains in this one. I don't like you. We'll save fighting those things until we've got a better weapon, maybe. Ball slime. Let's fight the ball slime. Taking an absolute kicking. I suspect the ball slime was a mistake. Now we get to find out whether or not this has the same death system as the first Questron. You have died. Mesron resurrects you from the winds of time and puts you in the middle of nowhere with 200 gold and hopefully the same equipment. Dagger and rawhide. Alright, well. Where? Rawhide. Use item. How do you wield your dagger? One dagger. One rawhide. Why can't I wield my dagger? Oh, A for arm. That's why. At least you start with stuff in this one. Everything does seem to have about 1,000,000 hit points though. Come on. Please die. Please die. There we go. 22 gold pieces. Right, let's just move that mouse cursor out of the way. What is this place? Longview. Will you enter? Why not? Alright, we've got a bunch of guards. We've got a bank. Okay, so you can leave some of your gold in the bank, presumably to protect yourself from dying and such like. I suspect that might be a way to get around carrying limits as well. Travel, what have you got to offer? What will you buy? Nothing, because you're not selling anything. That's helpful, isn't it? Ooh, this is a fancy place. It's a casino. Let's play Wizard Squares. I don't know what this is, but let's find out. Welcome to Wizard Squares. Try to guess which square the ball will land on. Correct guesses earn 6 times your bet. Adjacent squares win 3 times. And your bet. 10. Use the cursor keys or mouse to select the square you think the ball will land on. Press return or mouse button when done. Okay, let's go for this pinky red one. Ooh, I won! Yay! No, that'll do for now. Okay, well, that's one way of making lots of money again. Much like in the previous one, but again, I suspect, much like in the previous one, if you win too much in one go, the guards will eventually come after you for being suspicious. What's going on up here? It's an inn. For 9 gold, you can have one of our fine rooms. What does that get us? Let's find out. A customer once told me food is rare but can be found outside. Interior. Oh, so that's literally just get a rumor. There's no actual sort of healing function for staying in the inn. Well, okay. Is there... No, because we won't have anything to buy anyway. I think we have to wander around a bit and get some money. And from what I understand, leveling up in this sort of happens at specific milestones in the game rather than actually grinding for experience. So I believe one of the first things you're supposed to do is head for a castle that is down in the southwest corner. Which I don't know if we can reach at the moment because there's mountains in the way. Snooper Slink. Are you tough? You're not hitting very hard. But I'm also not hitting you, so please go away. Thank you. Okay, so we can't sneak through the water. So we need rope and hooks from somewhere. Please stop hurting me. What's this place? Lytton. Sure. What have you got to sell? Arms? Dagger. Great. Another casino. A mystic. What's the mystic got to say? For 9 gold, you can know what I know. You're going to tell me that this... Well, you're going to find food outside sometimes. Thanks. What about you? What are you doing? Welcome to my shop. Hit points cost 1 gold each. You may buy 187. Oh, okay. So you can heal yourself up. So, please give me 100 hit points. Okay. That's worth remembering. And you've just got rawhide. So I've got nothing really to spend money on at the minute. So I may as well make use of services like that to buff myself up a bit. Get out of here, snooper stink. I don't really want to fight anything until I've... either got that first level up. Okay, ram darts we can take down pretty easily. I was going to say, I don't really want to fight too much until I've got that first level up and or a better weapon. Because we're struggling a bit at the minute. And I do not like those snooper slinks. Hornet Cloud, how do you like? A lot of hit points. Please die. Please die. Oh, I found 5 food. There you go. So that's why you might want to examine. Ugh. What the hell are you? You're a swine swallow. Seacrest. Will you enter? Yes. Yeah, so that's why you might want to examine after combat, because occasionally you find something that they drop. So, arms, I bet you've only got shit, haven't you? Yes, dagger. Slightly cheaper than the other place though. Pied slicer, love it. Hit points. Please give me 70 hit points. Thank you very much. Badges. So at least healing yourself is a lot more straightforward in this one than it was in the first one. Because there didn't seem to be many opportunities to heal yourself at all in that one. You could, if you sort of sorted out one of the cathedrals, you could buy healing items from there. I think it was like a holy water item or something that healed you. But that was dependent on you having donated enough to the cathedral in the first place for them to sort of recognize you. And what's this place? Cramford. Sure. This is going to be a fairly aimless episode. I'm not going to promise that we make any sort of progress whatsoever, but we'll have a look around the game world, see what we can find, if anything. Travel. What have you got? Absolutely nothing. Guess that's something that comes when you level up a bit then. What is in here? Are you a casino? Mums, you may buy travel packs of food and water. Each pack supplies nutrition for 1 day of normal travel. 1 gold for 2 packs. Okay, please give me 50 gold's worth. Thank you very much. Oops, wrong button. Rawhide again. So the structure of this, very much like the first one, seems to be that better equipment and items unlock as you make progress through the game. So if you come back to these shops a bit later, when you've kind of advanced through the main quest a bit more, or got one of those level ups, you can then get some better weapons and armor and items and all that sort of thing. There is one specific place that sells the rope and hooks, from what I understand. So we want to try and get there. So I had a brief look over some information about this game before we started playing here, but not in any great detail, and I can't remember many specifics of it, but we'll see what we can do. So no, because we've just been there. Go carefully through this swampy swamp. That looks like sea. Is this the northern edge? A troll stands before you. Oh, it didn't attack me. Jelly nymph. Oh, you're doing a lot of damage. No, thank you. Okay, another mountain range. We can't get past there, but there is a town beyond that. Is there a way round? It is nice how combat systems have improved over the years, isn't it? Although there are still the odd games out there that still feel a bit like this. Like, one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of the Elder Scrolls games is that the combat in those feels very sort of waft your weapon at something and hope it hits them and does some damage. I know there's mods out there to make it better, and there's even mods out there to make it more like Dark Souls even, but no, I prefer a nice sort of abstract turn-based one with ridiculous special effects. That is my jam, as the kids say. This was a mistake, wasn't it? Oh no, it's dead. Why have my hit points gone... Go away. Why have my hit points gone red? Am I poisoned or bleeding or something? Or is that just warning me that I'm low? Ooh. Unknown creature approaches. We can reach this cathedral. Rivercrest Cathedral. Yes! Okay, a bunch of guards in there. A strange force repels you. Okay, so I guess that's like the rooms in the first one that you could get locked in for. You presumably want some donations. Please give a donation. How much will you give? None for the minute. The choice is yours. Watch your step. What is this? Oh, a tomb. Is this a dungeon? It's exciting. It's not a first-person dungeon. I believe there are some first-person dungeons in this as well, but I think this is also... There's also some top-down ones like this. So let's see what we can find in here. Examine. You are in Rivercrest Tomb. Oh, you just walk into a door to open it. Oh! 102 damage. I guess we're not supposed to go there yet. Oh, we're back in the middle of bloody nowhere again. Got to be something useful somewhere. Another cathedral there. This is the Great Plains Cathedral. Okay, so I guess if this place has a crypt as well, we don't want to go in here yet. Anything we can do here? Not looking super promising. Loot. Ooh! Am I gonna get killed now? Oh, yeah. Hello. I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to. They've died again. So, don't loot the cathedrals. I mean, common sense, really, but, well... Get out of here, grub snuffler. Right, so, fuck that place for now. A troll stands before you. An unknown creature approaches. A Sylvan priest stands before you. Can we speak to him? I'll sell 36 hit points for 53 gold. Sounds like... It's not an amazing deal. But... And then immediately attacked by a carrion creeper. Sigh. Bayview. What do we got here? Find the maps. I'd love to. One food shop. I'm good for now. So this feels obviously quite primitive compared to a lot of stuff, and including a lot of stuff that was around at the time. Like I say, by the time this came out on ST, Ultima was up to its 5th installment, and it was starting to do some quite ambitious things by that point. But there's something quite compelling about this. Whether it's the sort of feeling of exploration, finding out things in this strange other world. That sense of sort of powerlessness you start with as well. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, please excuse me. Tavern, this is new. What have you got for me? For 9 gold, you could soothe your parched throat. No, because you're just going to tell me some useless hint again, aren't you? Badges. The trouble with a lot of these early Western RPGs is that they didn't really cotton on to something that became almost immediately apparent to Japanese developers who were inspired by these games. Ooh, hammer. Hell yeah. Japanese developers who were inspired by games like this and Wizardry and Ultima and so on, they immediately cottoned on to the importance of having NPCs who gave you helpful information and clues on what to do next. Whereas in this, if we talk to this guy, everyone just says the same thing. And it's not even as if they say something particularly useful. What have you got? Ooh, rope and hooks. Hell yes. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now what I'm curious about, is there a means of saving one's game? Let's press all the buttons and see what happens. So none of the F keys. S is for speak. Escape doesn't do anything. Well, I'm going to go ahead and assume that it's like the first one where you save when you exit the game, a bit like how roguelikes do things today. And there's not a means of just sort of save scumming. Ooh, big hit from the hammer. Oh, we like the hammer. Hammer is good. And now with the rope and hooks, we can walk on those mountains. Oh, you do a lot of damage. I don't want to spend time with you. Get away with your 21 damage. I'll cross these mountains. Yeah, your hit points do just go red when they're below 100, I think. Right, get out of here. What is this place? Lytton. We've been there. Actually, can we get some hit points here? I forget. Arms Bank Casino. Let's see if we can get some more money first. Wizard Squares. Alright, I bet 10. And I bet this one. Piss. Why not? Why not? I'm going to go for that one again. I got a good feeling about that purple. I'll just leave. I'll just leave. You can give me 9 hit points, please. Thanks. Well, I'm now officially poor. In load game from here, certainly. Will you enter? No. So what does load game do? Are you sure? No. So when's it saving? Well, let's just keep wandering and see what happens. And if we die, we die. Go away. Go away. Go away. Thank you. Oh. I think this might be where I've been trying to get to all this time. Redstone Castle, will you enter? Yes. Alright, now I believe in here. Swords and knives! There's a room where you can use the gold key you have in your inventory from the beginning. Badges. Also seem to be loads of treasure chests, which I suspect will invite the wrath of the guards if I try and loot any of them. So we'll save that for now. That's the door. You can't go that way. Use item. Gold key. Nothing happens. Okay, not that door then. Ooh, there's another door over there. How do we get there? A big old castle with many guards and many treasures. Use item. Gold key. Nothing happens. You can't go that way. Speak. Me not like you. Good. Well, okay. Must be somewhere we can go. Oh, I want to loot all those treasure chests. But I know that will end in rapid death. What have you got to say? Swords, axes, hammers? No. Find the maps. Okay. I'll find the maps. Right, so that one didn't work, I don't think, did it? Use item, gold key. Nothing happens. Can't go any further that way. The reason I'm searching this place thoroughly is there's a room you can go in where you get a vision of Mesron, I believe, and he gives you your first level up, which is apparently immediately very helpful. Okay, maybe it's not in that main part of the castle at all. Maybe it's down here. Ooh, there's a sort of mysterious looking room over there. Maybe it's that one. Use gold key. Yes, there we go. Hello? Your senses blur. You see Mesron floating before you. Be not afraid. The Hall of Visions lets us talk past the bounds of time and space. You have done well on your quest. Have I? Have I, though? By my power I appoint thee adventurer. Agility 5, strength +5. The Hall of Visions grows weak with age. You must find the wand of power soon, or we will be unable to speak. I am counting on you. Alright, so that's our next quest then, is to find the wand of power. You see my portrait's changed now. And indeed, my strength and agility have gone up by 5 points. Which is nice. Am I wielding that hammer? Didn't look like I was using some of those. Is blue highlighted or is white highlighted? I guess blue. I don't think I was wearing my armor. That's why I was getting the crap kicked out of me outside. Okay, so much as it pains me... Much as it pains me to leave all of these treasure chests behind for the minute, I think we just need to go outside and look for trouble a bit. Get some gold, get healed up, just generally sort ourselves out, really. Now if I could just get out of this place at more than a crawling speed. There is a speed option, but it doesn't actually affect how quickly it accepts inputs. So it just affects how quickly time passes if you don't press anything. So if you're not a fan of the game moving this speed, then, well, tough. Do you want to leave? Yes. Right. Onward to adventure and possible death. An unknown creature approaches. Speak! I'll sell 60 hit points for 73 gold coins. I do not have 73 gold coins, but thank you for the offer. Right, well, let's stick around by town and fight some dudes. This is this. Yeah, that's the place that had a convenient healing place. What do you want, beggar? I'll sell rawhide for 67 gold. No, you bloody won't. You passed up a good deal. I don't think I did, given that I'm already wearing rawhide. I'm going to die from starvation at this rate, aren't I? Good, this is going swimmingly. Grub Snuffler. Oh. See, it's so easy to accidentally escape from combat when you actually wanted to fight something. Just go a little bit more slowly. I've done it again. Let's go to the forest. Hammer does a decent amount of damage, but this thing... Oh, 20 gold pieces. Better than nothing. It's enough to stave off death for a little bit longer. Yes! Staggering, bleeding. Hi! I need some hit points, please. Please give me 20 hit points. I feel better. Not much, but slightly better. Maybe I should have played Wizard Squares first. Oh well. Right, one more fight, heal, heal. And eventually, we might be able to save up enough hit points to actually not be The Walking Dead. Although I suspect I'm going to run out of food before that happens. From the looks of things. That or this swine swallow is going to kill me. Come on, more of those 21 damage hits, please. Ooh, 6 hit points. I'm going to die. Ooh, 6 gold. I'm attacked by a baboon. Well, It's time for Pete's last stand. Pete has died. Oh dear. Attacked by 2 Vipods. Get out of here. Right, now, question is, when you die... Oh, interesting. You do keep your level up, but you drop all your stuff. Okay, so that's not like the end of the world or anything. So you've still got your improved stats. You're back to your shitty weapon and armor. And you're back to your baseline gold. And you drop all your items that you didn't start the game with. So you have to go and get the rope and hooks again. But you can make some gradual progress by doing that, I guess. And each time you level up, you're going to be in a slightly better state to be able to get back to where you were. So it's quite interesting design, actually. Yeah. As with sort of other role-playing games from this era and of this type, it will take you quite a while to get anywhere. Mostly because you'll be spending a lot of your time grinding. But yeah, I see how that works. I kind of get how that's working. That's good fun. Yeah, like I say, at the time, this would have probably paled in comparison to stuff like Ultima 5. But there's stuff to like here. If you enjoy something that's just pure adventure and exploration and fighting without any real focus on plot whatsoever, then there's still some value to be had in these old games like this. You just have to sort of give them a bit of a chance to get their hooks in, but they can be quite addictive after a while. One thing I do find myself missing a lot in games specifically like this is experience points. The fact that all you get from fighting is just more money makes it a little bit more difficult to feel like you're making progress, particularly when your significant steps forward in terms of stats tend to be tied to being able to make it to particular locations or triggering specific events. And so personally, if I'm playing a sort of fairly simplistic dungeon crawling game or an exploration based game where you sort of hack and slash your way through enemies, I tend to prefer one that's experience point based. But like I say, there's fun to be had here if you allow yourself to engage with it on its own terms, same as anything really. In some respects it might seem dated, but if you go in with the appropriate expectations of what this game is and what it isn't as well, then you can have some fun with this. But for now, I think we'll leave that there for today. That's hopefully given you a good idea of how this game works, how not to play it, and all sorts of other things. So we'll leave that there. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.